What can I tell you? I like the way it looks. Small little powerhouse. The BMW G310. Let's go for a ride. Let's go for a ride. Hello YouTubers, 0 to 100 here, and welcome to my channel 0 to 100 Adventure. Those of you that are new to my channel, 0 to 100 Adventure is basically a channel dedicated to motorcycle rides, adventures, touring places, destinations, accessories, off-road, anything to do with adventure and motorcycles. It's my passion, I love it, and I like to share advice, information, and this is what this channel is really all about. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be reviewing the latest BMW edition, the G310. This is BMW's smallest bike yet, and picked it up this morning from the dealers. Rode it for about 15-20 minutes to get here, and I've got to tell you, this is an excellent little powerhouse. Now, I am used to riding big displacement engines. I ride a Honda Cross Tourer, which is a V4 engine, 1200cc. I ride a lot of bikes in that displacement range, so 1000 to 1200 cc's. I started off on a 650, which is brilliant. I have an off-road 650, so generally anything higher than 650 up I'm familiar with, but I'm not really familiar with small displacement engines. But I can tell you right now that this thing is fantastic. Yeah, it's a 310cc little engine, right? The displacement is 313. I'll put some of the specs, guys, at the bottom of the video on this motorbike, and I must tell you, I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm riding this because I think that big bikes are great for touring long distance. Last week I did the review and test ride of the 1200 R9T BMW, and I think it's a brilliant bike, and I like it, and it's sporty and it's beautiful. I will place the link to that video up there. But to be honest, it is a naked bike. It has a 1200cc engine. It has 120 brake horsepower, 110 brake horsepower. It is too much power for a naked. It's not a bike that you can comfortably ride at high speeds on the motorway. It is also a very big engine for city riding. So what are the alternatives? If you do a lot of urban commuting, I think that this is the best bike to do so. It is nimble, it is light, it is quick. This thing reaches speeds of 150 kilometers, more than you will need. It's okay on the motorway, right? You don't need such a big displacement engine if you're going to be riding and commuting every day. This is what you would like. This is what you would be looking for. Small, light, nimble, quick, and a lot of fun. So, that being said, it's not the typical bike that I'm reviewing, but this caught my eye. This is the smallest bike that BMW manufactures, and I think it's going to be a hit. I think it's going to be a hit because it's really a great looking bike. It's a fun bike. It is light on fuel, and I think it's everything a person would need for the everyday commute. So without further ado, let's review, because I'm dying to spend the rest of the time on the bike, enjoying it and giving you guys my feedback. So let's start front to back, guys. As always, This sports stock Michelin tires. The tire size is 110/70 by 17 inch, right? It has a single brake disc in front, I believe dual disc Brembo or subsidiary of Brembo brake calibers, right? It has a 41mm non-adjustable upside down fork, which for this bike 41mm is a decent size. The suspension of what I've already felt is pretty good. It is a water-cooled single cylinder engine, right? It's double overhead cam, delivering 33.6 brake horsepower, right? Moving on to the rear tire, it is a 150 by 60 17 inch, right? Its final drive is chain, so it's not shaft. It has a mono shock in the back, adjustable for preload, right? The configuration of the bike is really good. You can see the single cylinder engine over there. Seat wise, very comfortable. I must say, this kind of gel non-slip material that they've got on here, really nice. I wouldn't say that it's comfortable for two, but for one, I'm quite a big fella. Really really good. The seat height, I believe, is 735. Again, I will place the specs below. 735 millimeters ride height. I believe LED rear light, standard flickers for the back of 6 gears, standard shifter. That is the Vibra brakes, so it is the subsidiary of Brembo. Nothing much I can say. This blue, red and white color configuration does make the bike look quite snazzy. It's got the standard BMW fairing, front headlight, not LED, standard front. And I'm here, ladies and gentlemen, at the Warsaw Chopin Airport, just to give you guys a little bit of a different backdrop. Let's look at the instrumentation. This bike is really affordable. I believe that it's just above 5,000 euros. So out here it's about 21,000 zloty. So for this bike, being a BMW, being the reputation that BMW's got, the brand, the quality of this bike, awesome. It is manufactured in India, but for a 310, I would say that it's really priced in pretty well. It's right up there, affordable. Let's have a look at the instrumentation, and let's start her up so that you can hear. Don't expect a big rumble. It is only a 310cc engine. Quite a silent exhaust. You don't hear much noise. Let me accelerate it a little bit. So the throttle response of this bike is really quite good. Very good throttle response. It's got this BMW back case, which it's okay to store a helmet, but I would remove it. I would get maybe something squarish. It's okay. I don't know, I'm not a big fan of it, although it's got the reflectors. You could get used to it, I suppose. Mirrors, I think they're exactly the same mirrors as on the R9T. Nothing special. They're okay. Gives you enough visibility on the back. The instrumentation itself, very standard. The rear view mirrors, I believe, are exactly the same rear view mirrors as you would find on the R9T. They're not the best, they suffice, let's put it that way. You can see everything that's going on behind you. They're just kind of smallish. I'm used to something a little bit more bigger. The handlebars itself, no features. You've got the cut-off switch here, you've got the engine start button here, you've got the horn, you've got the flickers left, right, your headlights, head beams, standard beams, passing beams over here, clutch, non-adjustable brake levers, non-adjustable touch levers, standard ignition, small BMW branding. Yes, of course, it has got ABS, standard. ABS is pretty much standard now on all bikes. You've got a fuel gauge, you've got your odometers, you've got your clock, you've got your speed, you've got your rev counter, you've got a neutral indicator, you've got flickers, high beam, battery, pump, warning, service light, gear indicator, and if you press the button, trip 1, trip 2, engine temperature, range, fuel range, I guess, consumption, average consumption, speed, average speed, date, and setup. I'm not sure what setup is for. So pretty much everything you need in this little powerhouse. Okay, so let me give you a good look of the bike. I must tell you that for a 310, this thing went pretty good, pretty well. 33.6 brake horsepower. You can't expect exhilarating acceleration, but again, this I think is targeted for the city rider and allowing you to easily filter through and between cars, give it that acceleration at the red light, get in front. 155 top speed, nothing exhilarating, but it is fun. It is very, very good fun to ride, and I'm impressed so far. So let's go have some fun, ladies and gentlemen, with this bike. So some of us are riding motorcycles and and some of us are flying planes, trains and automobiles. So let's start this baby up. This baby's got 900 kilometers, so it's brand new, 2018 model. Starts right up. It's got 2 neutral indicators. Let's adjust the mirrors slightly out. I think that's more like it. Okay, so the seating position on this bike is comfortable. The seat itself does not have a lot of padding, but yeah, it is what it is. It's not the most comfortable, it's not the least comfortable. I think it will do for the purpose. So stand up. The stopping position is very natural, nothing in the way, so there's no foot pegs. The foot pegs on this bike in the standing position fall right behind the calves, so it's comfortable. It's a low bike, so you're not tiptoeing. I'm about 1.8 meters tall, so easy reachable. It's a very light bike, weighing in at 153 kilograms. Very maneuverable. Gears are very smooth. Naked bike, you get nice wind to cool you down. Today is really nice and warm day in Warsaw, over 20 degrees. So first things first, let's do a little bit of cornering tests. It's a small bike, but it feels sporty. The bike, I heard, corners really well with its skinny tires. Oh yes, oh yes. Yeah, this is really so easy to ride. It's like a toy. So a little bit of motorway riding. Again, I don't think this bike is made for riding, but guys, if you are doing the odd rides here and there, I think that this bike can do that. There, I'm full throttle in 6th gear and I'm doing 130 kilometers an hour at 8,000 revs. So I would say that for the quick highway ride, it's not bad. Again, I don't think you're going to be touring a lot on this bike or doing long rides. Otherwise you would kill it. It doesn't have the power. But yeah, you can lean this bike a lot. You can lean this bike a lot. With a 150 back tire, it's so easy to maneuver, so light. I like it. So much so that I want to do that again. Much fun. Again, this bike is small, so maneuvering in and out of traffic is a blast. Let me just adjust this mirror because it's irritating me. That's much better. Yeah, so the rear view mirrors, smallish, but you can see everything that's going on behind you. So there's nothing wrong with that. Getting the bike into neutral is simple. They're not as silky smooth as the gears on the bigger, more expensive BMW bikes. Of course, those are more refined machines. I would say this is pretty much standard. Pretty much standard. No problems shifting, of course. The gears are smooth. Let's just say they're smooth. Nothing wrong with the gears. They're just not as silky smooth as some of the more high-end refined machines like the R9T. But as you can see, it went into gear without a big clunk. 42, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80. Yeah, this is more than enough power for the city, yeah. Again, this bike is really nice and fun to ride and to corner. You can lean this bike. I'm doing 80, 100, simple, simple, simple. And again, you can get up to speed pretty fine on this. For the occasion, express road in the motorway. So this is the last of the cornering. I would say that cornering. Watch out, guy. So much fun. This bike is so much fun. Get yourself an everyday commuter, something like this. Yeah, for everyday commuting in the city, go to work every day, the weather allowing, no problem. Hop on this bike, you're not stuck in traffic. Interesting bicycle, so electric I presume, with pedals, nice. You're not stuck behind cars, light on fuel, so you have saving as well. What is the fuel consumption on this bike? Yeah, look at that. I'm pushing it quite heavily. It's still new, so it's saying about 5 liters to the 100. So I presume you will be able to get less than that. It feels very sporty. It feels very sporty. The sound of the bike and the exhaust doesn't rumble. It's got a cheeky sound, what you'd expect from the 310 cc's, of course, or should I say 313. So it's got a cheeky little sound. It's a cheeky little bike. It's a cheeky little bike. You can really push through it. Just demonstration for video purposes. You should not ride like that. Disclaimer: drive safely, ride safely. Safety is always first, guys. But look, I wouldn't be able to do that with the bigger bikes, that's for sure. You're in and out of traffic like nothing. You can squeeze through most, and you've still got enough power to accelerate away from the vehicles. So yeah, in my opinion, this is the perfect city bike. Alright, so let's talk about these brakes. And we'll give them a bit of a test right now. So rear brake, front brake, nothing wrong, nothing wrong. You can stop quick enough with this. Alright, let's do another demonstration of filtering here through the cars. Okay, so of course there will always be the tight spot here and there, but look guys, I can make it. Thank you, lady. Yeah, you can squeeze through tight places quite easily. Quite easily. Getting you from point A to point B in no time. No traffic with this baby. No traffic for this baby. That's what I like. I definitely would not have squeezed through that in any other bike, especially the cross tourer, the BMW GS, or even the R9T that I test rode last week. Okay, so the sitting position on this bike, instrumentation is visible. Nothing fancy, but it's really got all the information that you need. Easy access. Sitting position, upright, slightly forward position. Okay guys, so let me summarize so far. Yeah, the BMW G310 is one of the smallest bikes that I've ridden in my test rides and reviews. I've decided to do so because this one caught my eye. It's BMW's new bike. It's the smallest in the range. What is this bike designed for? I think it's designed for everyday commuting in the cities. It's comfortable, good fuel consumption, good brakes, as you can see there. The gears are smooth, no problems, easy to handle, easy to filter in and out in between cars. Alright, she's gone. Easy to maneuver, easy to corner, very light, 153 kilos. Single cylinder, double overhead cam, 41mm upside down or inverted fork. It's got a monoshock adjustable for preloads. All the controls in the instrumentation cluster for 20,000 zloty, so just above 5,000 euros. Excellent price. Bike is manufactured in India. It is still a BMW, so you still get the quality. BMW is not going to damage its reputation by building something in India but lowering its quality. No sir, this bike is exactly what you would expect from a BMW. Quality is there. You can see that they have taken some shortcuts, of course, for that price range. For example, you've got standard headlights in front, standard flickers, you've only got an LED brake light. Yeah, so there are some areas, but what do you expect? This is not their high-end machine, and they've got to be competitive on the market. So it doesn't mean that it is a bad package, right? It is an excellent package. Excellent package. And look at this. I'm riding comfortably. Nobody's on my tail, you know, get out of the way, like you would be with a 50cc or even a 125. Yeah, I mean, you can keep up to with the traffic flow in most cases. On the motorway you can reach up to 120. Yeah, so you cannot go ridiculous speeds, but you don't want to do that every day, right? All in all, I am really impressed with this little bike. Yeah, really impressed. It's really a good bike, and I'm happy that I test rode it. Worth considering. Worth considering. Those of you that don't want to ride a big bike and just need something to get around, are not into the scooters, because you get plenty of good scooters for everyday commuting. You want a proper decent bike, this baby, this is the way to go. I'm telling you, this is the way to go. If you're not into scooter riding and you want an everyday commuter that is easy to maintain, easy to ride, even as a beginner's bike, I would say this is definitely the way to go, and you would not be disappointed. Something worth considering. This thing is so easy to ride around town, man. So easy, and such a pleasure to ride around town. So that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. It's free, guys. It motivates us. Help a guy grow his channel. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. I'm going to be posting up as many videos of different bikes and test rides and reviews as I can for you guys. It's free, so help a guy. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell so you're notified. It would mean a lot. It means a lot to us YouTube creators. It means a lot to me. Go ahead, hit that button and leave some comments. Let us know what you want. Let us know what you think. Give me some tips. Thank you. 0 to 100, over and out, and peace out. Thank you for watching my channel 0 to 100 Adventure, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe and share to help a guy grow his channel. And if you want to watch more of my videos, please follow the links to the right. Thank you and hope to see you soon.